It's another beautiful day today in Northern California, and I'm here to share another Merrillism with you from my book, Shatter the Sky. What Going to the Stratosphere taught me about self-worth, sacrifice, and discipline. And today, one of the Merrillisms that I'm going to share with you, and these are my mantras throughout life, as I grew up in the Bronx, spent over 23 years of military service in both the Navy and the Air Force. And then now I'm a mother of two and just doing some other cool stuff. And one of my mantras, one of my Merrillisms is one of my favorites, is that I may be an asshole, but I'm an asshole with a heart. And I've had a lot of leadership positions, and there have been times as a leader where in the military the mission is the priority, that if there's a person who's doing things to undermine the mission or the behavior is not represent good order and discipline, that I had to put the hammer down and discipline them. And sometimes that discipline would be in the ways of giving them paperwork, giving them an Article 15, which usually resulted in taking money. And in one case, it resulted in someone who, after the punishment was administered, went out in town to cause self-harm. And when you do this as a leader, some people will think, wow, you're an asshole. Well, when you're following the rules and you're making sure you're focused on the mission, you have to do that. And people won't like you because of it. And I'll tell you as a leader, it's okay if people don't like you. If you don't have 10% of the people not liking you in your organization, then you're doing something wrong. Because everyone's not going to agree, and that's okay. Now, to the compassionate part, just because I had to levy punishment or write someone up doesn't mean I stopped talking to them. Doesn't mean I don't think any less. I tried to get to the bottom of why they did what they did. And most of the times it's something personal to them. And if it's personal to them, then what can I do as a leader, as a manager, as someone who can talk to other commanders and network and be an advocate for them? How can I make their life better so they can refocus back on the mission? That's where the compassionate part comes in. Most leaders think that way. Some managers think that way, but managers just manage people. They don't really think about their emotions. They don't think about why. They don't ask why. They don't think of the root cause. As a leader, you need to get to know your people. Get to know things about them. When you get to know things about them, you can help facilitate and help their environment to make them more productive and more effective. Thus, better at the mission. So, when I am in charge or I lead, I can have a heavy hand. But once that is done, I try to find out the root cause. I try to figure it out. I try to understand that person. I try to know as much as possible. And then I try to figure out what I can do to, one, not ever have that situation happen again. Whether it's getting them help, whether it's getting them extra training, and also what can I do to alleviate the pressures in their home life or family life to make them more effective as an officer, as a person that works in my organization. Because at the end of the day, we're all people. When I look at someone, that can easily be me. When they're going through something, maybe it's something I've gone through. Maybe it's something I will one day go through. Or hopefully I never have to go through. But it will never stop me from caring enough to want to make their lives better. thank you very much for taking the time to listen to me today. If you want to hear more, check out my website, meryltangenstall.com. Check me out on the Instagram. I'm DragonLady788. Dragon Lady is the U-2 spy plane, and I'm the 788th pilot in over 68 years of the U-2 flight. And also check me out on LinkedIn, Facebook under Meryl Tangenstall. Thank you. See you soon.